Hello and welcome to Grimworks Productions Warhammer 40k, 30k, and now AOS Podcasts, Perils of the Warp. My name's Roman. I also have to my right.
Oh, am I right?
Yes. To my right.
You're right. Not stage right.
Not stage right.
Right. I'm to the right. I'm John.
And we have a special guest.
Woo!
I believe will just be part of the podcast. I'll force him on it.
Probably.
Yeah,
we'll
probably. But we have Mark.
Oh, that wasn't my name.
I wanna let people know your real name before you make
All
your
right.
fake name.
Always forget it.
What is it?
I'm out of here.
Is it Captain Sicarius? Captain Sicarius.
Is it I am Alfarius?
No. He's gay.
No, he's not.
I really don't understand your fascination with Alpha Legion. Maybe I have to actually read the book Legion, but...
Isn't that short little pussy that just hides in all amongst his ranks and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, he's gay.
Yeah, he's an asshole. He's just like, how can you respect him? As a Primarch, how can you respect him?
I don't think he really cares about whether you respect him or not. He's a spy. Nobody respects spies. Nobody likes spies.
I respect spies.
I think spies are cool.
I think y'all watch too many James Bond movies.
I hate
I've never seen a James Bond movie.
I stand corrected. And by stand, I mean sick, because I'm fat and tired.
Alright. Well, this episode's kind of a weird one, because we're actually going to be breaking down partially the Chaos Codex. I was going to get the Space Marines Codex, but didn't have enough time to get it before now, so we'll cover that next episode. But before we start anything...
Then the Death Guard, right? Is that the next one coming out?
Yeah.
Death
Guard is the next one.
And then after that, then the Mechanicus one's coming out September?
Yeah, it should be coming out in September. I bet you're excited about that.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's the only thing I look at.
Yeah, and that's actually what I want to get into, because anybody that's heard it, all two people that hear this podcast know that I'm a Dark Angels fan / Blood Angels fan. He's just Chaos. John's mainly Chaos, I believe. And you...
Me, I got rock hard after seeing the Mechanicus, which I'm kind of thinking about maybe if I had to do like a second one, because it seems pretty cool to have like a second backup army.
Yeah.
I was thinking about maybe just doing regular ass. I'm torn between just the plain ass pussy Imperial Guard.
Okay.
Or everyone's least favorite, Ultramarines.
I never understood the hatred for Ultramarines.
I don't either. After just hearing a little more into it and looking more into it, I think I'd probably play Ultramarines. Just because everyone doesn't like it.
The thing about Ultramarines is that they're basically Superman. They're the Boy Scout.
There you go.
They're the red, white, and blue, without the red and white.
Good old boys. Going out to drag us and Xeno scum.
I thought that would be Death Watch. The Death Watch seemed like good old boys. Like,
Yeah,
we're gonna round up some fucking Xenos.
Gonna drag them out.
Drag him out. Okay, what got you into Adeptus? I know. Adeptus Mechanicus. Like, what was it?
I think what sealed it was at first to actually like try to get into it. I just didn't like Space Marines at all. I was like, it's fucking boring as hell. Like, why would I want to play as just some dude I could just paint over 12 times? That doesn't sound interesting enough.
Yeah.
And then I looked at Eldar, and I was like, elves are gay no matter what. I already told you, elves are gay in the fantasy sense or in space. You dress them up all you want. What else we got? Orcs. I was considering orcs, but then again, I started looking more into it, and I was like, I'm not into that. I didn't even bother looking into chaos. I did not.
Fuck me, right?
Yeah, I'm just sorry. Which I was going to ask you, John, before you started the whole Chaos Codex. Besides trying to take me away from the Emperor's Light, what else can Chaos offer me? Besides the main thing of making dude dick taste good. If you had to sway me right now.
Big dude dick.
I guess
well, I mean, the best thing about being Chaos is that you have all the strength of a regular Space Marine plus whatever powers the gods grant you.
Which I saw they actually did get some pretty good shit in that.
Yeah, they did.
Well, after that, after all that, I was like, there's fucking nothing here for me to play at all.
There's only one Chaos faction that I like.
The Noise Marines.
The actual Empress Chosen. Just because, I don't know, I just think their backstory is really cool.
I think the Primarch's pretty cool.
Yeah, Fulgrim?
Yeah.
If you read that book, or if you don't read the book, look on YouTube and
I've been looking more into the Primarchs.
Get the audiobook. It's a slow burn, but goddamn, when it gets like, it sounds kind of shitty to say, but like it's broken up into 5 different sections. Once it gets to like the 3rd section, shit starts going fucking ape shit.
Yeah, shit starts hitting the fan.
Yeah, and then the 5th is just like crazy. Then that's where you can find the Primarch fight. That's really funny.
Oh, Primarchs. After looking through everything, I was like, this is just, I don't like any of this. I don't like any of these guys. Why would I want to be a bitch-ass guy? But now I probably want to be a bitch-ass guy. Then I saw the Mechanicus, and I was like, this is kind of cool. I don't know. It's kind of real steampunky, and that's kind of gay.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like that day where I told you about it, and I was like, yeah, but steampunk's kind of gay, though. And you told me that classic Trent line. Mm-hmm. Steampunk's not gay. It's the people who like it that are gay.
Good old Trent.
And so after that, I looked more into it, and I think that's when I started really getting into the background and the lore and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And started learning more about the other Primarchs and all that shit. So now I'm a big old homo. Just like y'all.
I like Mechanicus too. I love Mechanicus. The thing that attracted me to them is that they all look like little Vash Stampedes, and that was Trigun's like one of my top 10 animes.
I want to say the Rust Doctors are what really got me. It was like after reading more about them, they're just like fucking crazed, insane machine men with like gas masks. That's why I was like, damn, I like gas masks. And then after that, I saw the fucking the Kree or whatever, the Imperial Guard ones, where they're based off of
the Scions and Tempestus.
No, not them. They're still cool too.
Uh-huh.
But I'm talking about the actual like World War I looking dudes that Forge World makes.
Oh yeah.
The Death Guard Kree or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, those look cool. But then I started looking more into it, and it was too expensive for my taste.
Yeah, we're Forge World.
Oh, the Death Corpse of
there you go.
Krieg.
There you go. So anything with a gas mask, I'm pretty much like I got a hard on for.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Just
I don't
like
know. I used to work.
Thing?
I used to work at a army surplus store, and they were kind of cool.
You know, like you're talking about like Imperial Guard. I really did actually like the Imperial Guard, and I liked one unit in particular that weren't great in like 7th,
mm-hmm.
and I don't know how they stand in 8th now, but it's the Bulgrin.
What is that one?
The Bulgrin are like enhanced humans, and they just
those big old muscle bound.
Yeah, they just become like ogres.
Uh-huh.
And then they just have like big ass shields with them. And in 7th edition, they used to have a rule where if they were in base-to-base contact with each other,
mm-hmm.
they'd get higher strength and they can like shrug off a wound or something.
Nice.
They were actually really good in 7th because if they were standing in front of a tank, they would provide it with a cover save. So with the tank, you could get a 6-up cover save by having camo netting. And then you put a unit of them in front of the tank, and they give a +1 cover save for their special rule, which goes to a 5. And then because you're shooting through a unit to get to the unit behind it, that gives you another cover save. So you were giving your tanks a 4-up cover save by just having this unit of fucking muscle in front of it.
Yeah, but
that's in front of them.
But now, you do have the Imperium 2, which does have all that. So you should let me know how those work, or send
eventually.
me a dick pic of those. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Here's my models and here's my dick. Oh, and one more other thing that sealed the deal: fucking chicken walkers. I think that's all. The Imperium Guard has chicken walkers too.
They're not as cool.
Yeah,
as
they're not. They're not as
Sentinels.
cool. But if you got something like fucking, they got chicken walkers and they got gas masks and they're robot man. That's the fucking. I'm done. I finished right there and then.
And then you like those. You've been.
I only want the robots because I only hear they're fucking good now.
Okay.
At first I was like, I don't really care about the Baymaxes, but then again, it has a little data smith on there. I think I'm more interested in him. But I hear the robots are like pretty good. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they might fucking change that with the Codex coming out.
I like the egg-headed looking.
The Baymax ones.
Yeah. Just something about Astra Militarum I just couldn't get into. It's just like I understand their lore. It's cool. It's just I don't want anything to do with play with them. Like
I'm not into the whole tank thing. I'm not into tanks.
Vehicles were what drew me to the game in the first place.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't like Marines or elves or anything like that. It was the actual vehicles themselves.
Huh.
I have grown a fondness for like it's stupid because it's such just a simple model, but rhinos for some reason like I look at a rhino and like that just looks like a cool tank that I want to ride in. I don't know why it's so simple and honestly it's so bland, but I'm just like I don't know. I guess I'm boring and I just like boring shit. But yeah, I've grown a fondness for that. And and the Vindicators because they have
the Siege Shield.
The Siege Shield is pretty badass. But what are we gonna talk about now, boys? We gotta talk about hobby progress. I know I've had a fuckload. I've had a lot. I've been working on my Blood Angels army for a very, very, very long time, and I finally made like a good chunk of it. I did priming, basing. First highlight, second highlight, and I actually put them in a gloss varnish, so they're shiny now. They kind of look shitty, but I'm gonna put some wash over them, and then I gotta get some like I guess LA Awesome or something like that, and get like Q-tips, and then start doing like the tedious work of like actually taking off the shade where I don't want it. So that's gonna be a bitch, but.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to put that aside because I have Tony, Product Grimworks. I have his Harlequin army, and he really wants to play, so I have to start working on those really quickly. So probably this week I'm going to start. They're all primed already, so that's good. I just have to start basing them, making a whole bunch of diamond cutouts, laying them on there. It's going to be a bitch, but I can say hopefully within, I want to say... within a month, I want to have it like fully painted.
Well,
like,
the easy thing about it is that he changed his mind on what he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
He still wants the purple and green to represent like the actual Joker.
Mm-hmm.
But
he doesn't want purple and green.
What? He changed his mind?
Yeah.
Again?
You're hearing it first.
He wanted just a regular blue and purple.
Blue and purple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just a normal blue and purple, and those are the colors that he gave me. If he wants purple and green, I got it. It's not even a problem.
Oh yeah, that's right. He wanted green at first, but he couldn't find a green that he liked.
Yeah, because they were all like a lot of them are weird, except for
I like the Death Guard green.
I think
how they look now?
Actually, a green that would be good for the Harlequins is Moot Green. It's the green that I'm using right now for my Alpha Legion. It's a real nice green.
A bright one?
Yeah, it's a really bright green.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good for highlights and things like that. That's what I do for
Caliban.
For my Dark Angels, but I don't know. I just like green, and I like the different shades. Like the Stegodon Scale Green, it's like that kind of dark teal. I love that color. It's one of my favorite colors. That's why my Stormcast, which I now have a Stormcast army that's close to 1500, so I can do pretty much a close 1500 point game of Sigmar. But my Sigmar are going to be copper, a dark copper, and that Stegoton Scale Green, and what's the other color I like?
Blurple.
No. I can't remember, but they're teals, so I like that. But yeah, I'm gonna start working on Harlequins pretty soon. So Blood Angels again are gonna get pushed back to on the burner, just like I start getting ready on Harlequins. What about you, Joe?
Well, my Iron Warriors army is very nearly complete. I have one Demon Engine, whatchamacall those things? The Soul Grinder. I have one that I need to paint.
The Soul.
And then 2 of my captains, I still need arms for them because I'm trying to get combi weapons for them, which are hard to get. But they're painted up to the point where they don't have arms.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, everything else is painted for them. So they're like 95, 96% ready to go.
Alright, cool.
I'm putting together my Alpha Legion, which is a little bit harder because I'm having to find a lot of special weapons.
Okay.
It's gonna be a heavy detachment. What do you call it? Vanguard. No, Vanguards.
Vanguards is the 6 elites.
Yeah, it's fucking.
The super heavy.
No, Linebreaker. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about though.
Isn't it? I think it's called like Devastation or something like that.
Yeah, it's something.
I'll
But
look it
either
up
way,
while you-
all my heavies are gonna be Havocs with heavy bolters. It's just because they have that awesome rule where if you're outside of 12 inches, you have to subtract 1 from your hits.
Mhm.
So all of them are just gonna have heavy and special weapons, so they can keep falling back to stay outside of that 12 inches and keep fucking you up with bullets.
Mhm.
So I need a lot of weird guns for that. My Death Guard's coming along. Even my 1,000 Suns are coming along now.
Damn, John, how many armies do you have?
Oh fuck! You don't even want me to.
Because I know, I mean, you have Mechanicus. The ones I know that I've seen is I know you have Death Guard. I know you have Mechanicus. I know you have the 1,000 Suns. I saw you with some random Space Marines.
Yeah,
You
well, I
got
mean, the
demons,
thing
too.
is that now all these Chaos armies are separate armies. Before, I was playing Chaos Space Marines, and I was playing Demons.
Mhm.
And sometimes I would mix them both. Sometimes I would use one or the other.
Well, now you can do that in the Codex.
In the Codex, yeah. But now it's like they're separating everything, So now I don't just have Chaos Space Marines. Now I have Chaos Space Marines and Death Guard and 1,000 Suns. When before, all 3 of those things were just one Codex. So,
It's a lot of shit to...
yeah.
Well, I mean, I found out what it was. It's a spearhead detachment.
Spearhead.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, you got yourself into a mess, so you can't complain.
Oh, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, anybody that complains, I know you don't complain really about the prices for Warhammer, but
You fucking just went head first.
yeah, you just dove
Just did not care.
in. So
I'm surprised you didn't fork out anything to Forge World now. Are you about to make that commitment, or have you made that commitment?
I did start a Forge World army. Technically, I'm not using Forge World pieces though.
Oh, okay. So you're posing right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the only thing is because the Forge World have a Trader Guard, which is Imperial Guard for Chaos Space Marines.
Yeah.
So I did buy the book. It's on a boat right now, I guess, or however they get their shit over here.
I'm pretty
It's
sure-
a lone British man on a little like old creaky barrel.
It's the 1930s, and they
Yeah.
still ship it over.
You need to get
He's
this
on
that
it.
John Smith will do.
And
on a
so,
dinghy.
Yeah.
but I mean, it has everything.
I done broke my dinghy. Sorry.
They have their own Forge World units for the army, but also
Yeah.
everything from Imperial Guard is in there. So I just have Imperial Guard that I'm painting up to look chaos.
Chaos-esque.
Yeah. So if you actually want a list of all my armies,
You should put that somewhere.
I mean, you have a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like a lot. I wanted to use other phrases, but there's no other phrases. Just you have a lot of shit. I held off for so long, like even making a second army, because it was just like,
yeah, I'm still trying to fight myself. I mean, most of my shit was either donated or it was just mostly of it was donated by Trent. Trent's the one who kind of got me because I don't have much money to spend on it. Most of it probably put is like paints and maybe like one thing of units. I've been trying to do this for December.
I think that's when you really started.
When I started thinking about it, and then I probably didn't get that stuff until I'm gonna say February.
Okay.
And like the furthest I've gotten so far is I really need to buckle down and get the fucking troops down, because I wanted to at least do a 6-man. I'm trying to break it down as small as I can. So I'm trying to get like a 6-man unit going of Rangers, and they're all just gonna be base whatever, but 2 of them are gonna be the Arquebus
The sniper rifle.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get 2 of those, and then the rest are gonna be like 3 or 4 regular dudes. Just put them like, so if I field them, they'll just be like the back fucking sniper or whatever. I know it's not completely finished, but it's almost maybe like 85. Just need to finish up a few things. Is the Dune Crawler. The thing is, I just keep jumping to one thing after another. The first one I finished was the Tech Marine that y'all got me. But mostly he's usually good for Imperial Guard, because I already have the Dominus, which he's pretty much finished, but all the stuff is not based.
The Tech Priest engine's here. He's not an HQ anymore.
No, he's not. I think he's an elite.
Yeah, and you'll definitely want to play him even if you have a Tech Priest Dominus, because he keeps all your shit alive.
Well, I mean, he does, but majority of the time, if I keep the Tech Priest back with, say, the Dune Crawlers, I have like probably 2 Dune Crawlers. If I have 2 of those, we'll probably just hang out in the fucking back.
Well, he doesn't just work on vehicles anymore.
I know he can heal other people.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I have one dude already kind of like healing up machines, the redundantness of having the Tech Priest on it.
It's because you haven't played the game yet.
Probably. All this is all just speculation.
Because he's basically an apothecary now.
Yeah.
Only he's an apothecary with a giant axe. And trust me, you can't have enough apothecaries.
My apothecaries are having a fucking bite.
Mew, mew, mew. I'm gonna save you by popping mad wheelies. But besides from the Dune Crawler, I started working on one of my chicken walkers. I just jumped. So I finished Tech Marine, the Tech Priest. Then I was like, I'm gonna work on my Rangers. Started painting some Rangers, painted a Ranger, and I was like, no, I want to do the Dune Crawler. So
you have a hobby ADD.
Yeah.
Right.
So I did the bottom half of the Dune Crawler, and when I was starting to get to the top, I was like, damn, I really want to build that. I really want to build that Dominus right now. So I built the Dominus, and then I primed him while he was like drying up to prime. Then I worked on the Dune Crawler, and when I finished with the Dune, not finished, like 85% where I'm at now, I was like, really want to work on that Dominus now. Finished the Dominus. Everything's not based, like I said.
Yeah.
Everything's not based. Then I was like, all right, I should really finish up that Dune Crawler. And I was like, I really need those Rangers done. All the while, I sprinkle in, like, I try to finish my Rust Stalkers, but then when I got to the heads, I fucking dusted all those. So I got to get those fucking redone.
Yeah.
And now I want to build infiltrators. So yeah, I got a problem.
Yeah. If you need me to give me your dusted shit, and I'll take care of it so that I can get the dust off.
Yeah. So that's my progress. From February to now, I've now officially have still nothing to show for it.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is, like, you should play the game, even if it's not painted, because I don't like playing with unpainted models, but
it bugs me.
It does too, like.
But I get it, yeah.
You have to play the game, because when you play the game, that'll motivate you to paint more. Because like what happens to me is like I don't want to do anything. Like yesterday, when we were recording our other podcast, I was saying like, oh, I gotta get this done, and even now I was saying I gotta get this done. I didn't do anything today. It's been a while since I've had like a day off where I do nothing, like absolutely nothing. So that's what I did. Absolutely nothing. I washed my clothes and that was it. So I didn't even touch anything. But the one thing that always gets me back into it is actually playing a game and like realizing how fun this game is, especially now that 8th edition is just so much fucking easier and it goes by quicker. That it gets me like, all right, now
I gotta get them. I gotta get this done. I gotta get that done. I got you.
So I think you have to
step away from the hobby part.
Step away from the hobby part right now. You gotta play a game.
Get my shit pushed in.
Yeah.
Which there was something I recently learned. That when you're building your list, let's say you're doing what's the standard 3 command point one?
Battalion.
The battalion. Okay. When you're building your list, your army has to share a keyword. But that's the only prerequisite. Like, just because you're playing Space Marines and you have the Space Marine Codex, doesn't mean your army only has to be Space Marine in your brigade.
Yeah.
For instance, custodies, they don't have HQs. That's all there is, just custodies. So I thought you had to take an auxiliary detachment and pay a command point to take them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the case. Like, you can mix and match any codex, any index, as
Well, yeah,
long as
that's
they share.
Yeah, with 8th edition, that's what they're trying to do, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
fucking
but
throw
you can't-
everything on.
It won't. Your thing won't be Battleforge.
No, it will be.
Yeah.
Because you have the...
I thought for Battleforge it had to be from the same
No.
chapter.
It just has to be the same... They have to share one keyword, the entire army.
Where'd you get this? Where'd you read this?
Actually,
who
my
told you
previous opponent was the one that started telling me this.
Mhm.
And then I wasn't understanding at first because I was like, yeah, you can put anything you want in your army as long as you put it in different detachments. That's what I kept hearing over and over again. Like, that's how my fucking retarded brain was translating it.
Yeah.
But the army that won the recent, I don't know what it was the big thing, the big tournament that just happened.
The War Games Con?
Yeah, War Games Con. The army that won was mixed and matched across the board.
Word.
Like, it was fucking Bobby G with Celestine, with a few other characters. There was an Inquisitor. There was
Like named characters?
named characters like just regular characters like
Inquisitors.
elite characters, Inquisitors. He had 5 assassins.
Those assassins are fucking... I was looking more into them, and I know I've been noticing, I guess people just put them in where they lack.
Yeah.
So
this dude was running 5 assassins, and they were all the one that shut down sorcerers.
the
The psychers. So he put those in the front line and just walked them forward. And they're like 4 or 5 wounds apiece with the 4 up invulnerable save, and you're at a -2 to hit them, I think.
yeah, those assassins are fucking...
Yeah, they're really fucking good. They were really good in 7th. They've gotten apparently better in 8th.
Yeah.
So, like, it's really hard for you to shoot at all of them. And because the whole army's characters, depending on how your placement's a big thing with this army.
Yeah.
You can't shoot whatever you want because you have to shoot the closest unit available in order to get at the next character. So he was literally, you couldn't touch his whole army without destroying the first few things. And then he would get things with wounds on it, pull it back, and put something with fresh wounds in front, while an apothecary would come and heal this guy. It was all across the board. It was all across the board.
Yeah.
He had Inquisition, Assassins.
That sounds very infuriating.
It was.
But I mean, that's the thing. That's competitive.
Yeah, that's competitive play. But then that's any game though.
Yeah, you're always gonna get like once you get to a certain level in these games, you're gonna go against cheese and you're gonna be like, fuck, this isn't fun. Because for me, I'm not a super competitive player. I want to win, but it's never gonna happen. I just want to have fun though.
See, like I'm playing Mechanicum, right? But I'm specifically playing Ryza, which is a planet where they excel at making plasma weapons.
Okay, so you can put a lot of...
Yeah, and in the fluff, the Skitarii, the Mechanicum, they use Lehman Russes. They use plasma Lehman Russes. And so now in 8th edition, I can have the majority of my army be Skitarii, but because the Lehman Russ tank is also an Imperium model, I can take it as my heavy support. I don't need a whole different detachment of Astra Militarum. I can just take the tank.
Yeah, the thing that I always understood it was like, yeah, you can just take, it's basically Arms of the Imperium, you can do that. But I thought for you to get Battleforge, it's 3 command points, that it had to be a specific chapter.
No, just the keyword.
All right.
So, like, you could take all your Dark Angels.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to take any of your HQs and you want to take an Inquisitor, you have a Battleforged army. Your Inquisitor is your HQ.
Yeah, the Inquisitor. I just like the way she looks. The one from the
Greyfax.
Yeah.
The Greyfax? Yeah, I regret selling that one off.
You dumb cunt.
I know. But I mean, I got the one I want. The one that
And then,
matters
like, you have, what's his name? Gilliman, right?
Yes.
Okay, you can take Gilliman in your army. And he still works good because he still has rules that affect the Imperium, not just Ultramarines. He affects all of the Imperium. So he'd still be good in your army, even if that's the only thing in your army that's not Mechanicum.
But I would think, all right, if taking him with them would, because I know the Mechanicum has their own, like, just like this Chaos, they have their little special things they can do. Putting him in there and it's not a pure Mechanicum, would I lose the Cantation stuff?
No, the Canticles are, the model has the rule of the Canticles.
Canticles.
Yeah, every unit has the keyword Canticles of the Omnissiah.
Okay.
Fair enough. Well, I guess I'm gonna rework how I do lists. Fucking Blood Angels, Dark Angels coming together. Anyways,
the bloody
that
Dark Angels.
might
the
be
dark
the
blood
only.
angels.
No, you said
No,
I can do it. I'm doing it. Nah, shut up.
Because Death Guard, and fucking whatchamacallem, Thousand Suns are the same way, where the army listing specifically tells you what can be in that army. So I can't put bikes in my Nurgle army because it's not on the list of stuff that can be in the Nurgle army.
Too fat to ride a bike. Can't ride that.
So
gonna do it anyway. Anyways, we're gonna get into the main topic since we have a few more minutes, and we want to make sure that we get all this in. We're gonna break down a little bit. We're not gonna do the whole fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, you can read the goddamn thing, but we want to comment on a few things. So, tell us about the Chaos Codex. Since you're the resident Chaos player, John.
Answer that question I asked you. Besides making wee taste good, make me a believer.
I did answer. You get cool powers.
That's stupid. Why do I want to rot? That's stupid.
Okay, so basically, I think they said 30 units or 30 different things, including weapons, got price drops in this codex from the index. So you have all of your Chaos Space Marines in this book, and you have the troops choices for demons. So you can't use all the demons from in this codex. I thought they were all in there at first, but they're not. It's just the troops choices. So if you wanted to take Karn the Betrayer with a bunch of bloodletters, you could do it now with this codex. Other than all those stuff that's always been around because there's nothing new in this codex.
Well, I thought that
unit-wise.
I know in the index one, they started doing with the Mark of Chaos, whatever. Now it kind of gives you a reason to actually do it.
Not really.
Not really. Those
Marks of Chaos were so fucking powerful in 7th edition. They fucked it up in 8th.
Did they?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Before every mark came with a power. Now it's nothing. They don't even charge you. You could just make your whole army marked whatever for free. The only thing that it affects is some weapons can only be taken by an HQ with the mark of Nurgle. So you'd mark them with Nurgle just so you could take that specific weapon. Or some spells only affect a certain mark. So you would mark your army if you wanted to use that particular spell.
Okay.
So, I mean, it kind of overcomplicates things now, in my opinion.
Just more shit you gotta look at.
Like, if I'm not going to get a +1 toughness for being Mark of Nurgle, then why be Mark of Nurgle?
Why get Nurgle?
Yeah. Well, why do you want to run? Again, Chaos isn't cool.
Chaos is pretty cool.
The only ones that are cool.
You pretty much just complained about the mark of having Chaos.
Yeah, the only ones that are cool are Slanesh, baby, and that's because I have fucking guitars with amplifiers and fucking
boobies.
Yeah.
So there's I don't even know how many fucking stratagems. In the books. 'Cause before they gave you 3 that everybody could use. Now there's 20 just for Chaos. One of the cool ones is Demon Shell. Use this stratagem just before a Heretic Astartes character attacks with a bolt pistol, bolt gun, combi bolter, or bolt gun profile of a combi weapon. You can only make a single hit roll with the weapon or bolt gun profile this phase, which you cannot reroll. If the shot hits, the target suffers D3 mortal wounds. If the shot misses, your character suffers D3 mortal wounds. Basically, your gun gets infused with a demon, and you fire the bullet like fucking Outlaw Star. Another one of my top 10 animes.
You're totally not making this sound cool. You could have made it sound cool, like fucking Hellboy has his fucking Samaritan. He puts in the special gun for Samael and fucking blasts him in the face. But no, you know, fucking
Outlaw Star is awesome.
It sucks.
It's awesome.
I saw 3 episodes. I couldn't do it.
One of the things that was sad that got lost from 7th was the Chaos Boon Table. So they brought it back, but now it's a stratagem. You can pay 1 command point. Use this stratagem at the end of a fight phase in which one of your Heretic Astartes characters, not a demon prince, slays an enemy character, vehicle, or monster. Roll 2d6 and look up the results below. And then there's 2 through 12 of different shit that can happen. Like you can turn into a demon prince. Get 1 to your toughness, add 1 to your strength, 1 to your attack, whatever, yada yada yada. So, it's pretty happy they brought that back.
Good. And now, is it anything like the Space Marines Codex? Because the Space Marines Codex has stratagems for each army.
Yes, there is stratagems and warlord traits to specific armies.
Okay.
So the Alpha Legion, you can use 1 command point, I think, to give one of your units infiltrate.
Okay. What about my boys?
Emperor's Children. Well, first of all, let me show you their warlord trait.
All right.
Units with this trait always fight first in the fight phase, even if they didn't charge. If the enemy has units that have charged or that have a similar ability, then alternate choosing units to fight with, starting with the player whose turn it is.
So fluffy, so good.
Yeah.
Because if you know anything about Emperor's Children, they're all about perfection, and they wield their weapons with precision accuracy, and they're always gonna get the jump on you. So
you think they're gonna go a little far? I know they said that Mortarium or whatever.
Mortarium.
He's gonna be coming out. Mm-hmm. Do you think they're gonna do everybody else?
Yes.
Because I know Magnus has been out. Magnus, Mortarium, and who else are we missing? We're missing.
It's
Agrum.
The other named one is who is it?
Angron.
Angron. Yeah.
Angron's another demon prince.
Yeah.
And he's the only one that is specifically mentioned. Is that correct?
No, Fulgrim and Angron are both
demon princes.
Are both mentioned.
I don't ever put any faith in them doing a Fulgrim because it's Slanesh and
we're gonna get boobies.
Yeah, GW hates Slanesh. They wish they never really thought of it. It hurts me deeply. But yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up at all for Fulgrim. It's just because if you bring out Fulgrim, that means you're gonna rework
the whole
all of
Slanesh.
Slanesh. And there's certain things that are Slanesh, unless they completely take that away, I don't think that's a good idea. I think Slanesh... This game isn't always for children. I understand they're kind of trying to make it that way, but there's some things that should be for adults.
GW. I couldn't afford to play this game until I was 25, alright? And by then I had already seen some titties. Not a lot, but I'd seen some. So just fucking get your panties out of your knickerboxers, because you're fucking British. Fucking tea drinking motherfuckers. Get your knickerboxers.
Hey, whoa, I like tea.
Yeah, tea's pretty
so
good.
I'm trying to make a point. Get your knickerboxers out of a twist and just fucking accept it. You made a titty god. We love it.
Yeah, I honestly love it. Fulgrim is one of my favorite Primarchs from the Chaos side, and I picked the 2 shittiest armies from either side that are not going to get support.
You do get 2 stratagems specific to Emperor's Children.
Okay.
Endless... I don't know how to say this word. Cacophony?
Cacophony, yeah.
Endless Cacophony. 2 command points. Use the stratagem at the end of your shooting phase. Select a Heretic Astartes Slanesh infantry or biker unit. That unit can immediately shoot again.
Alright, so my Noiserines are fucking pew-pewing twice. Alright, I
gotcha.
gotcha.
Then you have Excess of Violence. 1 command point. Use this stratagem just before an Emperor's Children infantry unit attacks in the fight phase. Each time a model in your unit slays an enemy model, it can immediately make another hit roll using the same weapon at the same target.
Nice.
And you add that to the fact that you can use Death of the False Emperor on a 5-up instead of just a 6-up, and you're going to have a lot of extra attacks.
Nice. I'm all in. I'm going to make some... I got to get... Since I have... Thanks to you, John, I have now Noise Marines, but I have to have some regular Chaos dudes. And I got to kind of fill out that list. I don't know what I really want to do. I want to keep it kind of fluffy. I don't know how I'm going to do that, so I'm going to see.
You also get a Slanesh psychic power in this codex.
Okay.
It's 1 psychic power devoted to Slanesh. Slanesh Heretic Astartes units within 18 inches of the psyker Oh wait, I totally started reading halfway there. Delightful Agonies has a warp charge value of 6.
Okay.
If manifested, select the visible Slanesh Heretic Astartes unit within 18 inches of the Psyker. Until the start of your next psychic phase, roll a d6 each time the model in that unit loses a wound. On a 5-up, it does not lose that wound.
Nice. Fucking shrugs off that wound, grows a fucking tentacle, and starts smashing face again.
So, aside from the 3 psychic powers that came out with the index, you get an additional 3 that anybody could take if you're not marked. You get Death Hex. It has a warp charge value of 8. If manifested, select a visible enemy unit within 12 inches of that psyker. Until the start of your next psychic phase, that unit cannot make invulnerable saves.
Okay.
Gift of Chaos has a warp charge value of 6. If manifested, select a visible enemy model within 6 inches of the psyker and roll a d6. If the result is greater than the target's toughness, it suffers d3 plus 3 mortal wounds.
Damn.
If a character is slain by this power, you can add a Chaos Spawn to your army and set it up within 1 inch of the character before it is removed.
So you pop this motherfucker off. You're 6 inches in front of somebody. You're gonna hit for like 4 or maybe 6 damage. Damn, that's true. That can pretty much could rape somebody.
And then this one is called Diabolic Strength, and pretty much any psyker in my army is gonna run Death Hex with Diabolic Strength together, because with Death Hex you get rid of their invulnerable saves.
Yep.
And with Diabolic Strength has a warp charge value of 6. If manifested, select a Heretic Astartes model within 12 inches of the psyker. Until the start of your next psychic phase, add 2 to that model's strength characteristic and 1 to its attacks. So you get rid of their defense and boost up your offense and fuck them up.
Okay.
Sounds good. Mark, is there any Chaos faction that you're interested in?
I really don't have any. I mean,
is there any of them that
maybe. You know what? Maybe.
Like Night Lords?
I think it's just the Primarchs. If I like the Primarchs, chances are I'm gonna like it, the other ones. Now maybe somebody I would probably get into if I had to officially come out to my parents as gay. I would probably have to say the Thousand Sons.
Okay.
Because I actually kind of like Magnus as a character. And then you kind of got like that little Egypt. I think I like blue. I like the color blue a lot. Like that's kind of the color I'm going with the Mechanicus guys. Their capes are all blue, and the fact it's like blue and gold, it gets me there.
All right, fair enough.
They do look really good with their Egyptian.
Yeah, they do.
Icons
and
shit.
they're pretty cool
The
too.
models are awesome.
They're like what dust people in armor.
Yeah, because all the Chaos people got warped and shit. They got
Only
tentacles and shit.
Yeah.
And
they tried to fight off the demon form.
So they got to stay in human form. Their armor did, but the inside they just turned to dust.
And the sorcerers, they got to keep their form though.
Yeah.
So and Magnus is pretty cool. I mean, technically, he's like one of those begrudging kind of went to Chaos, even though he was like, yeah, I fucked up and let my dad come over here and slap my hand, and then you got a dog fucker coming in, just full force everything.
Yeah, I'm really not a fan of Leaving Rust.
Nope.
And it's not like anything like, oh, I'm a Dark Angels guy and I fucking hate Space Wolves. It's just like, I like some of the models, but like, I don't care about Leaving Rust. He's kind of just like the Emperor's lapdog, and I don't like that shit.
We get it. You like decks.
You don't like that.
I don't get me wrong. Like, some of the models, I'd absolutely love to paint, because I'm a fucking idiot when it comes to painting. But, fuck, no, I don't want to play Space Wolves. I mean, I kind of do, but no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, John.
You can't make me.
You can't make me.
But yeah.
Oh, but apparently, me and you, John, wanted to make an Imperial
Fist.
Imperial Fist. Apparently, they're the worst chapter. They're absolutely the worst chapter in all of Space Marines.
What?
Until Dark Angels come out with their own codex.
So why are people saying that they're the worst?
They're in practice, their trait doesn't work. Like, it might as well not be there to begin with. And the fact that they don't have many stratagems that they can use that to their benefit. Like, the thing about stratagems is it's really cool the way that they're kind of doing this. Like, a lot of people like formations. that formations are gone. But now you have detachments, and now you have these stratagems. And stratagems kind of make your detachments or units within your detachments kind of a formation. Because you can literally build your army with those stratagems in mind and getting the maximum out of those. So, Emperor's Children just don't have... Imperial Fists just don't have that. And then apparently Lysander is terrible.
Really?
His Warlord trait is terrible, and you can't replace it. So a lot of people are just saying they are pretty much the worst chapter now.
Well, we haven't painted anything, so we want to switch.
Damn it.
We can see. But what can we... I don't really like anybody else. I really don't want to play fucking Salamanders.
Yeah, I mean,
I was just about to say.
Well, the thing is, everybody's fucking playing Salamanders. Like, everybody's playing Salamanders. They're like, oh, you can reroll this and reroll that, and you can take these fucking flamer weapons that are totally better than they were in fucking 7th edition. It's just, everybody has a Salamanders. Like, literally everybody has Salamanders. And anybody that's playing just vanilla Space Marines, they're playing Salamanders. Even if they're painted Ultramarine, except for Jay. Jay is true Ultramarine. But
True and blue Ultramarine.
He's true and blue. But, I mean, everybody's just picking Salamanders.
What?
It
So
kinda sucks.
Raven Guard? Was it Raven Guard?
Raven Guard has a pretty good rule where you're at -1 to hit them, or to shoot at them. Fuck, dude, I feel really shameful saying it, but falling back and shooting is a really good rule.
I mean, you're chaos filth, so that's why you're just like, oh, I don't want to do that. Space Marines do what they gotta do. Fuck, fall back, tactically fucking fall back.
Yeah, but...
And then bang, bang, bang up your ass.
I don't want to play Ultramarines. I just like their fucking...
Just do it, dog. They got fucking toilet seat on the shoulder pad.
We have all those, and we can just make them We can literally make them Ultramarines.
I have so many fucking toilet bowl seat symbols. One of the fucking lots that I got was just like all Ultramarines.
Just...
So we'll figure it out, especially in the next episode where we're
Speaking of Salamanders, though, this month's play of the week goes to
play of the month.
Play of the week
Month.
goes to David Andreas Padillas. I played against him in the league that I started, and the Mournival Weekly, and so my whole army, I was playing demons. My whole army was...
That's why you lost.
Dang.
No, like, I started off really good. And I got all the way to 4th place losing that game because the army itself was doing really good. It was doing exactly what it was supposed to be.
Okay.
It was an objective game. There were 6 objectives. By the end of turn 1, I had 4 of them. Because the whole army was just super fucking fast. And that's all they were supposed to do, was grab those objectives and survive. Which I did pretty good at surviving, except for this one part that I'm about to say. Because demons have a 5-up invulnerable save. And a 5-up's not great, but you can't make it worse. No AP is going to make it worse. It's 5-up.
Hold on. Sidebar real quick when you're talking about your demons. I know it's spelled Daemons. So, fuck, I just thought of a chaos, like, just thing I want to make. Just full of nothing but demons. Take off their heads and then replace them with, like, human heads. And then just paint them, like, blonde. And then call it my Matt Damon's. That's it. Okay. All right. I'm done. Now go back. Go back to your play.
Somebody's gonna love that.
So I have one unit in this army that's supposed to be doing the killing. It's 20 fucking bloodletters with a AP2 sword, and they're going with Bellicor for the rerolls. So I get this unit and I go up against his Hellblaster squad. And the Hellblaster squad has flamers. And I'm like, all right. I didn't fucking know. I didn't know. I didn't.
I didn't.
So they each have 2 flamers. So he had an 8-man squad. So he threw 16 dice. And that was just to decide how many times he was going to hit me.
Okay.
So it ended up being 30 hits. And those hit automatically. So those 30 hits went for wounds. And then he had a lieutenant. So he got to reroll failed wounds. And ended up taking out all my bloodletters and Bellicor in 1 hit, basically. So at that point, all I could do was just sit on those objectives and survive.
And cry.
Which I ended up keeping 3 of them at the end of the game. And I lost, but I lost with 10 points, which was kind of a lot for that game.
I've been doing terrible. My first game, you were witness to it, John.
My rolls
are fucking god awful. And Mark,
and I can second that too. I saw your
on my second
game.
On my second game, Mark was there, and my rolls were I don't know what happens. These hands were not made to roll dice. I gotta get like fake hands, like those tiny hands, and then just like shake up dice and just let them go and see if that works for me.
Get a Yahtzee cup.
Yeah, something. Cause fuck me.
Just don't let your skin touch the dice.
This is true.
It's something. Maybe I'm a chaos player. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to. Maybe I should make a fallen contingent.
I don't see why not. You got the cipher already.
I do have cipher. Thanks to you, bro. Thanks to you. But yeah, terrible. I've lost both games, but I'm not in last place.
That's
nope.
There you go.
I'm near last place.
USA.
USA.
I did win my second game against Jay. I was so fucking. I was already like, oh, I lost again because his Ultramarines did so fucking good at Alamo. No, what was it? War Games Con.
Yeah.
He took down a Magnus on turn 1. He took down a Storm Surge on turn 1.
Magnus turn 1.
Yeah, his army is it's fucking legit. His fucking Ultramarines army.
I know. I'm gonna fucking lose that one too.
I got
it. No, he actually said he's like, dude, I'm tired of Ultramarines. He's like, that's all he's been playing, and then War Games Con just burned him out. So when he came to play me, he brought his Berserkers, and I was like, okay, I'm not worried. And then I see his army, and it's 60 fucking Berserkers with Karn and a Demon Prince of Khorne, and he has more models on the field than I do, and all of them attack twice and hit hard.
Fuck.
And I'm just like, I'm still gonna lose, and I ended up pulling it out of my ass only because he helped me. I was like, because I took my Iron Hands army, which is all tanks, and in 8th edition, if you charge my tanks, I get stuck in combat. I don't get to automatically disengage, and tanks only hit in close combat on 6s. So I'm like, dude, you brought like the perfect counter to my army. That's what I've been worried about this entire time. And so he gave me pointers before the game started on how to avoid getting locked in combat. And I did exactly what he said, which was the only reason I won. Because if I had gone with my own strategy, he would have fucking creamed me.
Duh. You're phrasing.
Yeah, you're creaming and
pulling out of
You sure you're not gay? I mean...
Wait,
it's a safe zone.
I said I wasn't. Sometimes you gotta suck a dick to know you don't like sucking dicks, right?
This is true.
Turns out I like sucking dick. Yeah, I'm honestly, Jay's been playing for years. He has a lot of experience over me in this game. So as much as I fear playing this because I know I'm gonna lose,
it's a good learning experience.
I've already accepted I'm gonna lose, so I'm gonna learn as much as I can from this. Because I learned a lot from just playing Will in the second game against Tyranids.
Will's another one he's been playing a long time.
Yeah, so I did learn a lot from him just by playing that game. So hopefully, what's that old adage?
You learn more from losing than from winning.
Oh,
exactly.
So dude, I know
die.
I'm gonna get fucking murdered on my next game. I'm playing Zach Teisner, who I've never met or heard of him before I started the league. He joined up, and that's the first time I met him. I'd never seen him post anything on Red Star. Apparently he's been fucking beating the shit out of everybody he's been playing though. So I'm all like, well, here goes nothing.
Hooray today, fuck tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's the old Dark Angel's motto. But I guess that kind of wraps up this episode of Perils of the Warp. I had to say it like that. It's in the contract.
That's fine.
But
oh, you got to sign that, by the way.
Yeah.
No.
You sign it in blood and semen. It's a mixture of 3-to-1 ratio.
Signed.
Awesome.
I just dripped extra in that bucket right over there. But thank you for listening. And if you do want to contact us in any way, you can always like, comment, and subscribe at the bottom of YouTube and click the little bell next to subscribe so it notifies you when we have a new video out. If you're listening to this on SoundCloud, go ahead, like us there, follow us there. Also, if you're listening on iTunes, it's a big thing. Go ahead, rate, review, subscribe there. Especially rate and review, because that helps us get out to more people, and I want to get this shit. I want to get people listening to this shit. So, if you like this shit, go do that shit. Also, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, possibly Snapchat. That's pretty much it. Besides that, we do have our sponsor we have to thank. It is Fade Grips, so you can go to spreezy.com/Fade Grips, and you can add in a whole bunch of stuff. He has joystick, thumb grips, I guess you can say. So Destiny 2 is coming out. I'm super excited. Oh god. You can get some of those. He does have some mystery boxes that give you full 4 pairs. He has some t-shirts, other things like that. Go ahead and go to spreezy.com/fadegrips and then use our promo code for 20% discounts, and that's Grimworks, capital RIGMMWORKS. And I believe that about wraps it up. My name is Roman.
I'm John.
Mork.
Oh, Mork and Gork. Alright. Mork and Gorka. Is that the...
Gorka Morka. Yeah, Gorka Morka.
Gorka's cunning and Mork is... Fuck. I gotta spruce up on my fucking orc. Later, dudes.
Bye.